You are listening to Radio Long Island City, recorded at our studios near Hell Gate, 9 kilometers north of the Harbor Hill Moraine. And now, the Observatory. The Observatory, Tuesday the 11th of February, 2025. It is 52 days after the winter solstice. It is 37 days before the spring equinox. By the French Republican calendar, it is the 23rd day of Pluvieuse, the day of the chien dung, the couch grass. The sun rises today at 6:54 a.m. Solar noon takes place today at 12:10 p.m. The sun sets today at 5:26 p.m. Civil twilight ends at 5:54 p.m. and nautical twilight ends at 6:27 p.m. The length of daytime today is 2 minutes 26 seconds longer than yesterday. The moon is in its waxing gibbous phase and is 99% full at midday. The full moon will arrive tomorrow. These are the predicted tides today for Horns Hook. In the wee hours, low tide, 2:58 a.m., 3 centimeters. In the morning, high tide, 10 a.m., 1 meter 43. In the afternoon, low tide, 4:09 p.m., minus 9 centimeters. At night, high tide, 10:35 p.m., 1 meter 28. In our shared realm of plants and animals, now in the wintertime, it's a good moment to observe the winter buds on the trees. These are set to burst open in spring when the trees leave out. Small trees and those with low branches are obviously the easiest ones to examine. In Socrates Sculpture Park, the river birches, Betula nigra, that stand at the eastern edge of the central grove of trees have winter buds that are protected with 3 scales that overlap like shingles, protecting the buds until warmer weather arrives. You can see them dispersed on nodes along the stems. Commemorations. On this day in 660 BCE, according to national myth, the first emperor, Jimmu, founded the nation of Japan. On this day in 1809, Robert Fulton patented the steamboat. On this day in 1878, the Meteorological Office of the United Kingdom published its first weekly weather report. The Met Office, as it is now known, was founded in 1854 to aid shipping. 20 years later, it began issuing its reports for newspapers and the general public. On this day in 1916, Emma Goldman was arrested under the Comstock Act for lecturing on birth control. The Comstock Act was an 1873 law banning transportation of so-called obscene matter through the mail or across state lines. Many years later, Comstock would be neutered, allowing people to be freely informed on sexual matters. It remains, however, on the books, and its use could be revived. On this day in 1963, Julia Child's cooking program, The French Chef, had its premiere on WGBH in Boston. And finally, an anniversary to reflect on. On this day in 1979, the Ayatollah Khomeini established the Islamic theocracy that has ruled Iran to this day. And that is the Observatory, Tuesday the 11th of February, 2025.